How can we put all our economies in the freezer, as countries are doing when they ask the citizens to stay at home, and ensure that they are still there when they come out of the freezer, when we ask economic activity to resume in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months? Today I made a proposal that I'm going to start to explain in this short video blog. The idea is to put in place a European bazooka, to use the word that the Germans use for a similar plan. A European bazooka with 500 billion euros that would have 3 aims: supporting health spending by member states of the euro, 2, making sure all companies in the euro area have sufficient liquidity to roll over their debts, to not have to face any debt, rental payments, supplier bills, etc., that would force them out of business and then would force them to close and fire everybody. And 3rd, a guarantee for all workers who, because the company has had to reduce their activity, have to be reduced in the number of hours they are attached to the job, even to 0. The idea is this fund would pay for workers to stay at home. Is this necessarily a European problem? My answer would be yes. If we leave each European country do its own thing without any European support, the risk is that we will face a new Europe crisis, as some countries' debts increase very rapidly with the cost of this economic freeze, and they don't have access to the markets, or they lose access to the markets. How can we finance this huge package? There are 3 main ways that this can be done. One is the status quo. Each country on its own does it, and then it has the European Central Bank behind it, purchasing or trying to help when the financial markets balk at buying these increasing levels of debt. This solution is not very good because it's not really the function of the European Central Bank, and because it could run against certain limits of the mandate, as I explained in the paper. Second possible solution would be to finance it through SBBS, the structured bond-backed sovereign securities that have been passed by the European Parliament in March or April, and that I'm just waiting for the Council to approve. These securities would allow members to pool their debt and would provide some certainty and some calm to the markets. A 3rd possibility is to use what is called the EMS, the European Monetary System, that actually provides the funding up to 500 billion to countries that are in what is called a program, that are countries that are having trouble. We would need to invoke an emergency procedure, as many parliaments have quarantine members, etc. And we would need to create a new fund that would be specifically for this, to fight against this virus, and that would have as conditionality that expenses are used to finance these 3 things: solvency of companies, employees, salary guarantee schemes, and investments in health. These are 3 possibilities. I think these are all possible, and without any question, Europe needs a bazooka, because Europe needs to show its citizens that it stands behind them. Thanks very much.